Hello. Look at this pretty view here, aside from that blue tarp there. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? This is my home in California. This is actually the maintenance yard for our community up here on top of the hill. Woo, get dizzy. But I just wanted to share this with you. I was just thinking about something as I'm doing it. I'm thinking, God, that would be a really neat teaching moment. Whew, I just climbed up this hill, so I'm a little out of breath. So here's the deal. There is a way for you to strategically come up with good ideas, better ideas, and then more easily transfer that into long-term memory and be inspired and make things easier to learn. And the way you do that is to put yourself in a peak state prior to the learning experience. So if you put yourself in a peak state right before you learn, or even and maintain that during the learning experience, you will learn more and you will be able to retain that more, and it more easily transfers from short-term to long-term memory. So the way you do this is you put yourself in a peak state. And a simple way to do this is honestly in the morning drinking coffee or something with caffeine in it. Now, some people don't like caffeine, they don't like coffee or whatever. That's fine, you don't have to do that. That's just a very simple example of how that works. It elevates your senses. It allows for you to more easily remember what you're learning. As an example, many studies have been done with college students who drink coffee or have caffeine right before a test, and their memory, comprehension, and their ease of test taking improves because they had the caffeine. Well, you can do that without a stimulus like caffeine, and the way you do it is through exercise. So I've climbed up to the top of this hill here outside my community. I live right over here, right there, and I put myself in a peak state by doing hill repeats. But if I go too fast, too hard, then my energy is taken away from my brain and it goes more towards the working muscles, which are going to be glutes, quads, and hamstrings and calves to get me up this darn hill. So today is about a 70% effort because it's kind of like an active recovery, but I still want to have some challenge. So I'm only going about a 70% effort. So I can still be in a peak state while I'm listening to educational podcasts on marketing, sales, personal development, communication, relationships, stuff like that. And because I'm in this elevated state and I do it intentionally, what I'm learning is more easily remembered and more easily transferred from short-term to long-term memory. Hey, Christine, yeah, it is really pretty here, huh? Yeah, I love I love my home in Vegas, but this home is more relaxing for me for obvious reasons. So here's my challenge to you. If you're having a hard time finding time to learn, to grow, and to come up with inspirational, creative ideas that solve the problems that you're having or the challenges that your customers or clients are having, do something and learn something while you're in an elevated state. So for me, it's going about a 70% effort up this hill, because if I go more than that, then I'm distracted focusing on the task at hand. But because I'm elevated, because I'm increasing serotonin, epinephrine, adrenaline, my heart rate's a little bit elevated. I have to be more alert. There's mountain lions out here, right? There are, that's no joke. So I'm looking around. You guys tell me if you see one run up behind me here. I have to be more aware and more alert, so it allows me to comprehend and take things in as long as it's not too intense. So is that a brisk walk for you? Is that a walk on the treadmill? Is that going, like in the morning, I do the same thing when I take my dogs for a walk. So what is it for you that allows you to take something, whatever it is, and enhance the learning experience and make it more easily transferred from short-term to long-term memory? And it also allows you to come up with creative ideas. Simply seeing a new stimulus while you're learning something allows you to interpret that stimulus in a different way. So if you're always learning something in the same environment, if you change the learning environment while you're learning the same type of thing, you will perceive what you're learning completely differently, or at least differently enough to where you'll be able to utilize that information more easily and maybe in a different way you hadn't before. So, hey, Alan, welcome to the show. We need to get together. We got to talk. So that's it, you guys. I'm up here. I'm doing some hill repeats, but only about 70% effort. It's kind of an active recovery day, but it was so beautiful, as you can see. I just had to get out here and experience it. It's so pretty. And so if you're bored with what you're learning, change your learning environment. If you're not remembering what you're learning, change your learning environment and elevate your state intentionally while you're learning. So that means treadmill, bike, walk the dogs, getting outside, deep breathing, having a couple cups of coffee if that's your flavor, right? Whatever it is, but stimulate yourself, change your learning environment, and you will perceive the information you're learning differently. You'll be able to store it more easily and transfer it from short-term to long-term memory, and also have better recall of that information, and also come up with creative ideas and solutions based on the information you're learning while you're in that elevated state. That's it. Pretty simple. It works every single time. Give it a go. So if you felt stuck in the past, no more. That's over. That's it. I have some great training videos for you guys if you like this kind of stuff on personal development and personal growth and being your best and making the most out of every single day. Click over to my website, johnspencerellis.com, and you can grab your free training videos. There's so much great stuff there that is really, really helpful. johnspencerellis.com. That's it. Have a good day. I got to do this repeat 2 more times. That's it. All right. See you later.